going to be a tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now, which is a warm dark brown matte smoky eye. So this is actually the first time I did an all matte tutorial here on my channel. I always incorporate glitter, but today I decided to go for something matte because I just wanted to do something new. And what's also really exciting is that today I used the new Zoeva matte eyeshadow palette. So they released another eyeshadow palette, and as you guys know, I am obsessed with their palettes. But this time they released an all matte eyeshadow palette. So this is what the palette looks like on the inside. It has all of these beautiful, very warm tone matte eyeshadows. As I expected, I really love this eyeshadow palette. The quality is just absolutely beautiful, especially considering that they're all matte eyeshadows. So this palette retails for 22 euros, which in my opinion is very affordable considering the quality you get. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to know how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so jumping right into this tutorial, I'm first going to fill in my eyebrows, and for this I used my Tarte Amazonian Clay waterproof brow mousse in the shade Ash Blonde, and I'm just going to fill them in as usual. To set my brows in place, I use my Essence Make Me Brow Soft Brownie Brows Eyebrow Gel, and I'm just going over it to make sure that everything is nice and set. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm first going to apply my bases, which I will link down below what I used. To set that primer in place, I used the beige shade from my new Zoeva matte eyeshadow palette and applied it all over my eyelids up to my brow bone. As a transition shade, I used the shade called Through the Window, which is a beautiful orange shade, and I applied it in my crease and also a little bit above my crease so that we have a nice transition later on. Going in with the shade Urban Culture, I'm going to apply this in my crease to darken it up a little bit, and I'm going to focus this right beneath the transition shade that we just applied, and that way when we apply the lid shade, it's going to have a beautiful transition. As my lid shade, I'm going in with the shade Cheap Bar, and I'm going to pack it on my eyelids, so I'm not going to sweep the color, but I'm going to pack it on and build it up. Then I applied a little bit more of the orange shade in my crease to make sure that there were no harsh edges. For a brow bone highlight, I went back in with the initial shade that we used to set that eyeshadow primer in place, and I am packing it on right underneath my eyebrows. And then to clean everything up, I'm using a makeup remover wipe and I'm cleaning up the edges. Then I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper to add a nice line on my upper lash line, but I'm not going to wing it out. Then it was time to move on to the face. As my base, I used the Catrice Prime and Fine Beautifying Primer. And then for foundation, I used my LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Longwear Illuminating Foundation in the shade Fair. That was a mouthful, but I have been really loving this foundation. It has a beautiful luminous finish, and if you're interested, I dedicated an entire video to this foundation, so I will link it down below. Moving on to concealer, I applied the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard on any blemishes that I had. And then to cover up my dark circles, I applied the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade Porcelain. And then of course, I used my damp beauty blender to blend everything out. To set that concealer that I just applied and also the rest of my face, I went in with the RCMA translucent powder. And then to add some warmth into my face, I used my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. This is still my holy grail bronzer, I just can't get enough. And then for my contour, I used my Zoeva Rose Golden Blush Palette. They call it a blush palette, but this is actually a contour palette. And of course, I used the Cool Tone Bronzing shade to contour my face. And then because I thought my contour wasn't looking very sharp, I applied the RCMA powder again to bake, and I'm also going to apply it on my laugh lines and other areas that might, you know, not stay in place throughout the day. And then for my blush, I use my H&M Pure Radiance Powder Blusher, and this is in the shade Tawny Peach, which is a beautiful shade. It is a perfect peachy nude blush. And then it was time to brush away all of the excess powder, and then I thought it was too harsh, so then I went back over it with my contour brush without any additional product to blend everything together. For my highlight, I used my LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder in the shade 90 Watt. This is a new product I picked up and it is absolutely stunning, but I'm going to dedicate an entire video to this as well. To set all that makeup in place, I applied the Essence Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. And then on my lower lash line, I went back in with that orange matte shade and smoked it out on my lower lash line. And then to darken it up a little bit more, I went back in with my lid shade, which is called Cheap Bar, and applied it really close to my waterline. And then on my actual waterline, I applied the Colourpop Crème Gel Liner in Mr. Bing, which is a beautiful warm light brown shade. Then it was time to curl my lashes, and for mascara I used the Catrice Rock Couture 24 Hour Extreme Volume Mascara, which is one of their new ones and I absolutely love it. So again, I'm going to make those weird mascara faces, you know it. And then I noticed I forgot to apply an inner corner highlight, which is not done. So I applied my LA Girl highlighter on my inner corners. And then I used my ABH Clear Brow Gel to make sure my eyebrows weren't moving throughout the day. Then for lips, I applied my Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cool Girl, because I thought it really complemented this look and this has a matte finish. And that, guys, completes this tutorial. Let me know what you thought of this look down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video.
I keep my time in a pocket. I wanna find